Hi College and Career Success. This is your week 4 assignment video part 2. So I've already uploaded the chapter 5 part, so you want to check that out. Of course, I encourage you to check out the lecture videos for 5 and 6, but then there's the chapter 5 assignment video. This video is going to focus just on chapter 6 assignments, but I want to emphasize again, please make sure you post in both forums for weekly attendance and then get everything else on this list done. So let's go ahead and jump into our chapter 6 assignments. So first thing is our chapter 6 discussion. So it's going to take you to your prompt. Chapter 6 is talking about memory and kind of how our memory is built and how do we retain things. And so the prompt is take a few minutes to list the ways you create memories on a daily basis. So do you take pictures? Do you write things down? Do you kind of make mental notes? Do you just try to be mindful and soak in the moment? Like, how do you create memories? Or maybe you're not even sure how you do it. Do you think about how you make memories? Is this something you're even kind of aware of? Do you do anything that helps you keep track of your memories? So a couple of things that I already mentioned, maybe you diary, maybe you scrapbook, maybe you take lots of videos, maybe you go back through old social media and look at, the memories section. So it's all about talking about your memories. So that is what your discussion forum is for this week. And then of course, make sure you post by Wednesday for your attendance and respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. All right, let's take a look then at your chapter 6 assignment. So for this one, I'm going to ask that you stay honest with me because you're going to pull this up. It's going to be a PDF called Test Your Memory, and you're going to have this screen in front of you. I'm going to scroll down real quick so you can't pause the video, although I'm sure you could. But what I want you to do is be honest with yourself and spend about 30 seconds at that table up here. 30 seconds memorizing those words in that table, whatever strategy you need to use. Then scroll down so you can't see it anymore. And right here, write down as many words as you can recall. So just kind of type them in or write them down. I'm going to put the word version in here as well so that you could actually type right on it if you wanted to. I'm going to also show you where you can just submit your kind of thoughts. And then question 3 is answering these 3 questions. How many words were you able to remember? So maybe you're like, oh, I remembered 9 words, or I remembered 7 words, whatever it is. Which words did you forget? So then you can kind of scroll back up and be like, oh, I forgot this, this, and this. And what memory technique did you use to help you remember? Did you use repetition? Did you use visuals? Did you use like word association? Did you make a little song, a rhyme, whatever technique you might have used? So the reason I'm saying be honest with yourself and me, because I'm not grading you on how many words you're able to remember. If you remember no words, you're not going to get a poor grade, just the same as if you remember every single word, you're not going to get an A automatically. It's how are you answering these questions? So telling me how many you're able to remember, what you forgot, and then how did you go about the process of remembering those words? So you can, like I said, I'll add the Word doc version of it in case you prefer to type it on there. So I'm going to the wrong place here. So what you can do in your comment area, I'm on the instructor view right now, but when you go to submit assignments, you have a comment area, you can just type your responses there and I can grade it from there. So whatever works best for you, either the Word version, type it in and save it and submit it to the Dropbox, or just type your answers in the comment area. So that's your chapter 6 assignment for Test Your Memory. The last thing in chapter 6 is your quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And so chapter 6, again, talking about memory and how it can tie into test taking. So question 1 is thinking about your past test taking experiences. What kinds of tests have you had? Multiple choice, fill in, true, false, matching, short answer, essay. Do you have a preference? Do you like one more than the other? And why do you think so? Is it the kind of question or is it the subject matter? And how do you think you are best measured with your knowledge? So it's all about test taking. Question 2 is talking about test anxiety. If you've ever experienced it, what does that feel like? Have you tried to manage that test anxiety? What strategies have you used? What works well for you? Maybe what doesn't work for you? So it's all about test anxiety. Question 3, would you say that you have a good memory or do you struggle with things? What is easy for you? What's difficult for you? Have you used mnemonics? So just basically talk about your memory skills and how memory is going to be, what role it will play in your future profession. Question 4, are you finding that studying for college is different than studying in high school? Are the tests any different? Did you take a lot of tests in high school? And if so, what kind? How does that compare to what you're taking in college? And then are you satisfied with your particular performance on your test as a college student so far? And then question 5 talks about analyzing your test performance. Do you go back and you look to see what you did wrong, what you did right, how you can learn from it? Did you have to adjust? Do you analyze what you did? So it's all about kind of analyzing your test performance. So when you're done with that, of course, you'll submit it in the Chapter 6 Dropbox. All right, so those are your Chapter 6 assignments, and please make sure you complete both Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, but reach out with any questions, and I'll see you next time.